Okay guys, so today we are going to study about reported speech together. Okay, so first question that I'm going to ask is when do we use reported speech? And here are the answers. So reported speech is used when you want to report someone, what someone has said to a person or other people. For example, John says, I like ice cream. So you want to tell another friend whose name is Mary, okay, you want to tell that John likes ice cream, so you can tell her like this. For example, John said that he liked ice cream. So here is the reported speech that you report what John has said to Mary. Okay. So next one, how to use reported speech. So I'm going to cover 4 main points of today's presentation. So first of all is understanding reported statement. Second one is changing from direct speech to reported speech. Third one is going to be reported questions, and last but not least is reported orders and instructions. So understanding reported statement. So we usually use the past simple of the reported verbs say and tell, like said and told, because the past simple of the verb say is said and the verb tell is told. Example, Mr. Brand said that we would have to change the filters. So note that pronoun that is not essential or important, which means that it is optional. So I have put it in the columns already, so it means that it is optional. You can use it, or you don't want to use it, you can just delete it. That is okay. The sentence is still correct. So when we use told, it should be followed by an object. Me, us, them, the both, etc. So told is a little bit different from the word said when you use it as the reported verb in the sentence, because it requires you to use an object after it. It's a must to use an object after the word told in reported statement. So for example here, Mr. Brand told us that we would have to change the filter. So the word told is followed by the word us as an object, okay, behind it. Okay, so after the word told, we must use an object, and that is still optional here. It's not really important. You can use it or not. You want to use it or not, that's okay. Other reported verbs that we can use are nouns, admit, recommend, explain, suggest, and warn. So here are some more reporting verbs that you can use, okay, instead of the word say and tell. So for example, Mr. Brand announced that we won an award. Okay, so note you have to change the reporting verbs to past simple first. So any reporting verb must be changed to past simple form, okay, like the word announce here. If you want to use it in a reported speech sentence, you have to use it in past simple, okay, as the word say to said, tell to told, okay, admit should be admitted, recommend should be recommended, or something like that, okay. So next one is the second point, changing from direct speech to reported speech. So when you change from a direct speech to the reported speech, there must be 3 changes, such as tense, pronouns, and also time expressions. For example here, on the right hand side here is the direct speech to reported speech, which means that the tense that you have to change. Okay, for present simple you have to change it to past simple, present continuous to past continuous, past simple to past perfect, present perfect to past perfect. So here as the rule, and what you have to notice is past simple and present perfect. When you change it should be to past perfect the same, okay, here, because it is the rule. So two direct speech here, two direct speech tenses here can be converted to the same reported speech tense here, okay, past perfect. And for modal verb like will, we change it to would, can change to could, may to might, and must to had to, because must doesn't have the past form, the past tense of the word, so it used the past tense of the word have to. Okay, so thank you. Let's move on to our example here. For example, direct speech. I generally spray the pen in the classroom, said the engineer. Okay, so here is the direct speech. It's the word or the phrase that the engineer said. So when you want to report the speech to someone, you can say it like, the engineer said that he generally sprayed the pen in the classroom. Okay, so note, if this in this case, we can keep the word spray in the reported speech if we want to emphasize on a current routine, and emphasize here must be without s. Sorry, so this is the code error. So if you use the word sprays with in reported statement here, you change the word spray here to here. It means that you want to focus on the current routine which is just happening to him. Okay, so the word spray can be kept in present simple and spray with s here because it is used after the pronoun he. Okay, so this is a case that you have to remember. Okay, so next one, so pronoun, talking about changing pronoun. Okay, so if this is an example like direct speech, I generally spray the pen in the classroom, said the engineer. So beside the ten, the pronoun is also changed when you change it from direct speech to reported speech. So I is the pronoun of the sentence, it is changed to he here. Okay, so reported speech, the engineer said that he generally spray the pen in the classroom. So beside the word spray here, we can also notice that I as the pronoun is changed. Okay, when it changed from direct speech to reported speech, it changed from I to he. Thank you. So let's move on. Time expression. So here, time expression that you have to notice. So in direct speech, if they use some kind of time expression like this, you have to change it to report to the time expression in reported speech column. Like for example, the word today changed to that day, yesterday to the previous day, or something like that. So let's read the example together. The resulting sludge was disposed of yesterday. So here, sludge here means the mud. Okay, that is resulting from something. Was disposed here means take away or throw away. It's throw away, sorry, not take away but throw away. Okay, so she said the resulting sludge had been disposed of the previous day. So in direct speech here we use the word yesterday, and when it is changed to reported speech, we use the word the previous day as the rule mentioned here. Okay, and what I want you to notice is that the red underlined word here, like was disposed, is past simple passive. So according to our rule, past simple must be changed to past perfect when we change direct speech to reported speech. Okay, so here it is past perfect but in the passive form, because past simple here is written in passive form, so past perfect should be written in passive form as well. So it is easy, everyone. Just remember the time that you have to change from direct speech to reported speech, and that's it. Thank you. Let's move on to next one. Reported question. So how to use reported speech in question sentence. Okay, so when we report questions, we use the verb ask plus object instead of say or tell. Okay, so in positive sentence we use say or tell as the reporting verbs or reported verbs, but here if we want to report a question sentence, we have to use the word ask plus object. So in reported question, the word order is the same as in the positive sentence. So WA question, which includes what, when, where, why, how, something like that. Okay, so direct speech, we just started with WA question. How do you dispose of the waste paint? Okay, so the inspector asked us. So here is the direct speech. Okay, in question sentence, how. Okay, reported speech, the inspector asked us how we dispose of the waste paint. So here you can see the word ask with an object us. So here you have to use an object after ask. Okay, so we dispose of waste paint or something like that. So this is how you can convert from direct speech to reported speech when it comes to question sentence with WA question. And now let's move on to yes and no question, which means short answer question. the word that start the question regardless of WA question. For example, am is do, does, or have, or has, or something like that. So if a question does not begin with a question word such as what or how, we begin the reported question with if. Okay, so here you need to use the word if. So direct speech, the inspector, do you add chlorine to the water? So reported speech, the inspector asks if. So after the word ask, you need to use the word if here. We added the chlorine to the water. Okay, and I forgot to mention here, we added chlorine to the water. We are not going to use if. Do we added chlorine to the water? It's going to be wrong, because as it is mentioned here, the word order in the same is the same as the positive sentence. So when you use the word if or as here, okay, here to change it from direct speech to reported speech, the next sentence should be in positive sentence order. You are not going to use the question sentence order, okay, after these reporting verbs like as and if. Thank you. So this is all for reported question. Let's move on to the last point. Reported orders and instructions. So order here, you tell someone to do something, okay, like you have the authority to ask someone to do something. And this one, instruction, you tell someone to do something using the instruction. Okay, so when reporting an order or instruction, we can use the past tense of the reporting verb tell or ask plus object plus not to plus infinitive. And not to here, if the instruction is written in negative sentence, we use not to, but if it is written in the positive sentence, we use to plus infinitive. And infinitive is referring to verb. So there are two examples here. First sentence, direct speech, check the water pressure in the pipes. Okay, so reported speech, he told or asked cat, okay, cat is an object according to the rule, to check the water pressure in the pipes. This one should be should have mentioned cat, okay, in order to know what is an object here. So moving on to next one, direct speech, don't forget to check the water level, John. So here it's kind of like instruction using with don't, which is a negative sentence. So that's going to be not to here. Okay, you can read an example here. So when it is changed to reported speech, he told or asked John not to, okay, forget to check the water level. So not to here is from not to here, because the instruction is using the word done. So thank you. This must be the end of our reported speech lesson. So if you are still wondering about the lesson, you can just ask me through commenting on this video, or maybe you can just inbox me through my messenger. I'm going to welcome you and be approachable to you. Thank you very much. Goodbye and good luck.